Okay, so good morning to all of you. Today we are going to talk on the topic of the machine learning. Actually, the part we have started, the sub part of machine learning, that is AI or the artificial intelligence. So we are going to talk on that particular part. So we have started a discussion on the AI model. What are the part of the AI model? Now, our levels of the AI model, that what we are trying to find, what we are trying to find, that levels of the model, what we are trying to find through it, that what is our goal in trying to produce some programs that do the intelligences that people do. So what we are trying to build here actually, that what to produce a program, what we are trying to produce a program that is as intelligent as human. So whether what we are trying to do, we are trying to build something, we are trying to produce something that is as intelligent as human. That is our target or not. Also, are we trying to produce the program that do the task the same way the people do, or the simplest way or the easiest way that is possible? So there are several criteria, there are several options. We can see there are several options is present, that what we are trying to build. There are two separate conditions we can write. What first one is that we are trying to produce something, we are trying to produce something that do the task the same way human do. Now, the same way means every human have different aspect to done the job, right? So every human have different type of aspect to do the job. Not all the processes are not same. Each and everyone cannot think on the same way. They have different way of thinking. Second one, that we are trying to produce something that do the task in most simplest way, in most simplest way. So there are two typical conditions how a normal human can do the job. Are we trying to produce something like that, or also we are trying to produce something that do the task in the most simplest way, that do the task in the most simplest way. Now the thing is, the programs in the first attempt to solve a problem that a computer can easily be solved, this AI techniques, the artificial and machine intelligence technique, include some searching method, use of some knowledges about the objects involved into the problem area, abstraction on which follows an element, and enable a solution to be found in real time, right? The second type of problems attempts to solve some problems that are not trivial for the computer and use some AI and machine learning techniques. So maybe there are some model that depends on the human performance. The model that depends on the human performance. Like as an example, we can say to test some psychological theories of the human performance. Suppose to test some psychological theories of human performance. So to test some psychological theories of human performance, right? Then we can say that to enable computers to understand the human reasoning, to enable people to understand the computer reasoning. So these are the way, or these are the aspects that can be open up, that can be come into the scenario. Now there is thing that is problem. What is the problem? Problem space and search. Three important terms that is present in the part of AI and machine learning: problem, problem space, and search. So these three, the problem, problem space, and search, are very important part of the artificial intelligence we are talking about. So the problem, first one, talking about the space problem. So to solve a problem, if we are trying to solve a problem, building a system, we should take some following steps. To solve the problem of building a system, we should take some following steps. What are the steps? First one, we have to define the problem. We have to define the problem accurately, including detailed specification. Accurately, including detailed specification. So define the problem accurately, including detailed specification, and what constitutes a suitable solution, and also at the same time constitute a suitable solution. So first we need to define the problem accurately, and also we need to include detailed specification and constitute a suitable solution. The second part, scrutinize the problem carefully. The second part, scrutinize the problem carefully, right? Scrutinizing the problem carefully. Some features to look what are the central effect on the chosen method of solution. Maybe we have choose some features that have an effect on the chosen method of solution. Third part, that segregate and represent the background knowledge needed in the solution of the problem. Third part, segregation and the representation of background knowledge. Segregation and representation of the background knowledge segregation and representation of the background knowledge uh, that needed in the solution of the problem, that is needed in the case of solution of the problem, that is needed in the solution of the problem, right? So this is another part. And last part, there is one more part that is present here. The last, in the case of problem, that choose the best solving technique for the problem to solve the solution. To look for the best solving technique for the solution of the problem, to solve the problem. So these are the problems. First, we need to define the problem accurately, including the detailed specification. Then we need to include the detailed specification with a constitute of suitable solution. Then the second part, scrutinize the problem carefully. For third part, segregation and representation of that background knowledge. It is needed in the solution of the problem. And fourth one, look for the best solving technique. So this is the part that is defining this particular part, that is known as problem. Now the next part, that is problem space. What is that particular problem space? So this, before going to the part problem space, we need to check out that problem solving. We are trying to talk on the part of the problem solving. So what is problem solving? We have an idea that this problem solving is a process of generating some solution from the observed data. So as a definition, what we can write of the definition of problem solving, that This problem solving can be identified, or it is a process of generating solution. It is a process of generating solution. It is a process of generating the solution from some observed data, from some observed data. So when we are going to do some problems, where we are going to solve some problem, actually we need to find out the process for solution, to generate some idea for that particular solution from some observed data. Now what is this observed data? The data that for that particular problem, we have some numbers, we have some numericals, we have some values, we have some data sets. These are the data from where we are going to observe that what type of data it is, and then looking into the scenario of that particular data, we are going to generate some solutions from that particular observation of the data. Now this problem, the term we are talking about, the term problem is a characteristic by a set of goals. This is a problem is a characteristic by a set of goals. This set of goals means set of objects and set of operations. So this problem, we can say the problem can be termed as two things. First one, a set of objects and set of operations. Set of objects, and secondly, set of operations. So two type of problems. The problems can be determined by these two particular parts, set of objects and the set of operations. Now this problem space. The problem space, the next term that we are going to talk here, that is problem space, right? This particular part, problem space, right? So what is this problem space? So what is this problem space actually? So when we have a problem, suppose a problem, suppose consider as an example that addition of 2 plus 3. Consider this is a problem. Now to solve that particular problem, we must have a space where we can calculate, where we can do this particular task to get a result, to get an output of that particular problem. This is known as the problem space. So a problem space is, we can say, as an abstract space that encompasses with all the valid states and can be generated by the application of any combination of the operators and the objects. So as a simple term, a problem space, we can define that what is the problem space, that it is a space where we can actually have the combination of operators. It is a space where we can have the combination of operators and the numerical value, we can say operators and the numerical values, and objects also numerical values, and also objects. So these are the things present that will be helping us having a space where we are going to do all this type of problems, all the type of calculation, and get a result or get an output. So this problem space may contain one or more than one solution, right? So as an example, if we have a high level of problem, that may lead us to more than one solution. So that problem space, we can say that in the problem space, it may contain one or more than one solution. And what is the solution? It is the combination of the operations and the objects to achieve the goals. So each of the terms are actually connected with each other. The problem, the term, we can say the term problem, problem space, solutions, all the terms are actually connected with each other. All the terms are actually connected with each other to get a particular result, to get a particular output, right? Now the next part here we are talking about is that the searching part. So what is the searching part? That it refers to the search for a solution in a problem space. So a search refers to the search for a solution in a problem space. A search is refers to the search for a solution in a problem space. So we are dealing where we are actually doing the task. We are doing the task in the problem space. So in this particular problem space, we are searching In this particular problem space, we are searching for a solution. We are searching for a solution of the problem, of the given problem. So searching means searching for a solution of the given problem in problem space, in problem space, right? So searching, or this particular part, we can say this search process with different type of control strategy. The depth first search, weight first search, this is the term we have heard in our data structure and algorithm, right? Now coming to the part of this AI, the artificial intelligence, we are talking about the general problem solving. If we talk about the part of this AI, general problem solving, how we can do that? So main focus area of this artificial intelligence is that problem solving. How we can solve a particular problem with the help of this artificial intelligence. So as I said, this problem solving, it is a process of generating some solutions from some observed or given data. But however, it is not possible to use some direct methods. It is not possible, always possible to use some direct method to get a solution from the given data. So problem solving often needs the indirect methods also to get a solution. So we can say this problem solving, it does not, or it is not always possible to use the direct methods to get output. Sometimes we need to find out some indirect methods also. Now the question is that the general problem solving, or we can say the term GPS also, the general problem solving, some say it general problem solver. It is a program, some computer program that was built to solve some problem on the machine. So logically, we are trying to find out something. We are trying to get out a result. Suppose as an example, we can say GPS can solve any formalized symbolic problem, such as if you're trying to chase playing, tic-tac-toe gaming, this type of games, the solutions can be done. Means what I'm saying that as a solution, if I'm playing a chess game, right? So what we can do, suppose I have given one move of white. Now depending upon that one move of white, what can be the next move? If I'm giving a move, what can be the next move? What can be opponent's next move? We can explore all the parts. We can explore all the find out scenario. So this is that looking at the data, observing the data, there can be the multiple solution. There can be the multiple solution comes into the scenario. So this GPS actually may solve many type of formalized or symbolic problem, but it could not solve any real world problem basically. So we are talking about this when it was invented far in the 60s, means it was first designed in the year of 1957. So at that time we have a very limitation on this particular thing, but now in today's era we have a huge number of explored area on this. So now if we need to build a system to solve a particular problem, what we need to do, we need to define the problems precisely, find the input situations as well the final situations for an acceptable solution of the problem. So what we need to do, first one, define the problem precisely, as take the input or situations, or find the input situation, and also at the same time find the output situation. Find the input situation and also the output situation. So this is the first part, that to deal with the problem. The next part, analyze the problem, find few important features that have impact on the problem. So next part, analyze the problem. The next part here, that is analyze the problem, where we need to explore some more. We need to explore some more of the important features. We need to explore some more of the important features that have an impact on the problem, right? Third one, the third part, what we need to do, that is isolate and represent the task knowledge necessary to solve the problem. And lastly, to choose the best problem solving technique. Lastly, to choose the best solving technique. So this problem definition is defined by the elements and their relations, and to provide a formal description of a problem, we need to do the following: to define a state space that contains all the possible configuration of the relevant objects, specify one or more situations. So these are the part that we have already discussed. Searching techniques. Here the process is known as search, to get the particular pattern, to get the control strategy, to get a particular output. Search is fundamental to the problem solving process. Search is fundamental to the problem solving process. So when we are actually trying to do some search, it is fundamental to the search is fundamental to the problem solving process. Search is fundamental to the problem solving process. And this searching techniques, this search is the mechanism that can be used when a direct method is not known, or provides, it also provides some framework into which more direct methods can be added. So this search, problem space are all connected with each other to get a particular scenario, right? And this problem solving may use different type of relations of graph, trees, and relates the analysis of artificial intelligence. Maybe it can be there to provide some result as a systematic search through a range of possible actions, and special purpose methods. There different type of methods can also be implemented. Now, the part that is defining a problem into a state space search. So as an example, if we talk example, simple example, suppose we are trying to play a game. Suppose we are trying to play a game of chess, right? Now, to play the game of the chess, first, what is the basic thing we need? We need to know the rules. That what is the rules for playing the game? Without knowing the rule, we cannot play the game. So first is that we require the rules of the game, and what is our target. We need to know the target, how we can win the game by outline the opponent. So this is the thing, that first we need to know the rule. Secondly, we need to know the target, how we can win the scenario. So to solve any type of problem, these two things is required. We need to know the rules and we need to know the target. So this number of rules that can be minimized, as said, can be created for each rule of as possible. So the thing is, the state space search, that is the part that a state space represent a problem in term of the state and operator that changes the state. So state space search, if I'm talking about, so in this part of state space search, what is happening? What is the part of the state space search? That it actually involves two things. First one, a state, and second one, a operator. So state and operator is involved here. State and operator is involved here, that changes the state, and it is a problem in start of state or operator that changes the state. So this state space consists of a representation of the state the system can be in. So it is a representation of the state, representation of the state. So it is a representation of the state the system can be in. The system can be in, right? Is a representation of the state the system can be in. So as an example, we can say that I've given the chess example. The chess board is the space. So if we're trying to play a chess game, the chess board is the space or the state space where the game will be played. Secondly, a set of operators that can change one state into another state. A set of operator, a set of operator that can change one state to another state. So it is the second part, that a set of operator that can change one state to another state. Now the example again, what can be the example here? That in a board game or the chess game, we are talking about the operators or the moves from a given state. So whatever the keys, whatever the boards are there, the movement of that particular boards, and these are the known as the operator. And if by doing one move, the change of the operators can be moved from one state to another state. And third one, an initial state, and say fourth one, a state of final state. Initial state means where it was started, the initial position, and lastly the final state means the final position after the game ends. Who actually win the game, the final state will be there, right? So this is the simple example of the state space search we are talking about, right? So the state space search given an example with the help of the board game, chess board game actually. This is the simple example of that. Now the term we have heard, we have discussed about this particular term search so many times. Now this word search actually refers to the search of a solution in the problem space. I have told many times that this search is actually referred to search the solution in the problem space. Means that in which way we can actually win the game. If I'm talking about the game, that in which way we can actually win the game, that is the search, or that is the technique, searching techniques we can talk about. So this is another term we can add here, that search control strategy. So this search actually process with different type of search control strategy. So depending upon the movement of the opponent and also mine, we need to find out, we need to check out that what can be the strategy, what can be the my next movement. Suppose I'm planning, I'm playing with a particular plan, but at some time I need to change the plan. So that is that control strategy, the search control strategy, we need to be adjusted as per the scenario. So these search strategies are evaluated among with the following dimensions: completeness, time complexity, the space complexity, optimality. There are several terms that is present in our searching strategy, in our searching technique, in our searching strategies. There are so many terms that is included here, such as, I am repeating, completeness, time complexity, space complexity, optimality. These are the terms that is present. So these search related terms that we are talking about, algorithms performance and complexity. So this algorithm performance, whatever the algorithm we are using here, we want a common measure so that we can compare approaches in order to select the most appropriate algorithm for a given solution, for a given solution. And there are some performance of an algorithm depends on some internal and external factors. So performance of an algorithm depends on some internal and external factors. So what are the internal factor and what are the external factor, right? What are the internal factor? What are the external factor? First one, we can say the time required to run the problem, size of the input to the algorithm. So first one, we can say time. Second one is size. Third one, we can say the space. Fourth one, we can say the speed. Fifth one, we can say the quality. So these are the terms that is present in between of internal and some external factor. So time, size, space, speed, quality, this or depending upon this particular scenario, the measurement of the things can be done or it needs to be done. So this complexity is a measure of the performance of an algorithm, and complexity measures the internal factor and also as well as the external factor. So complexity measures the performance of the algorithm, measures the internal factor usually in the time with the respective of the spaces. So if we write the computational complexity, that it is the measurement of the resources in terms of time and space. So the computational complexity is the measure of the resources in terms of time and spaces. So suppose we are trying to find out if A is an algorithm that solve a decision problem F, right? So I'm writing that if A is an algorithm, if A is an algorithm to solve a decision problem L, to solve a decision problem F. So if A is an algorithm to solve a decision problem F, the runtime of A is the number of steps. The runtime of A, the algorithm, the runtime of the algorithm A, the runtime of the algorithm A is the number of steps taken on the input of length n. So the runtime of algorithm A is taken, or is the number of steps taken, is the number of steps taken on the input of length n, on the input of length n. So this is a particular scenario that if A is an algorithm that uh, we are taking to solve a decision problem F, then the runtime of the algorithm A is the number of steps taken on the input of algorithm n, number of taken to the algorithm of n, algorithm of length n. So the time complexity here, that is known as Tn of a decision problem F. So how we can write the time complexity here? That is Tn. The time complexity can be written here as the part of this Tn. It is the decision problem, the decision problem F, or the decision problem F is the runtime of the best algorithm A for the particular F problem, or the particular decision problem F. And space complexity, that is Sn, for a decision problem F is the amount of memory used for the best algorithm. So as per depending upon that, there are several big O notation, big O minus big O small o. Several type of notation is also present as per the data structure and algorithm scenario. So we have learned this big O, small o, this type of things in our data structure and algorithm part, right? So this is the part, or this is the topic that we are going to discuss today. Up to this particular part, the scenario we are talking, we have discussed. Now, I would like all of you kindly write your names in the chat box for the attendance purpose. We are going to stop our today's class here. We are going to continue the scenario in our next classes. So all of you kindly write your names in the chat box for the attendance purpose.
Sir,
Yes.
which book should I follow for a personal learning?
Sorry, I'm not getting you. Can you tell me?
Sir, which book should I follow for my personal learning?
Okay, the books you are asking for, right?
Hmm.
Okay, there is a book of Nelson, and okay, so let me do one thing. I'm going to send some name into the group.
Uh,
Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
I have a book which is called Machine Learning for Dummies, which I'm following right now.
Yes.
Is that okay?
If that particular books actually covers the topic that was in your syllabuses, and if more than in your syllabuses, then it is okay. Okay.
There are few topics which is not been covered in this book. So that's why I'm asking if possible to give me some names.
Okay. Topics like what is not covered there.
I actually don't remember it. I wrote it down in my laptop, which I'm not use right now. I'm not using it. So the moment I will use it, I will try to send it to you. But if the book that you can prefer me or refer me, which can cover somehow.
Okay, okay. So I will do one thing. I will share the name of the groups, name of the books into the group. Okay, just give me some time. I will share it in 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so that you can
Okay,
have
so
the
no
names, you
problem.
can have the book name, you can study from there. Also, I will share some PDF with respect to that particular topics. Okay,
That would be very helpful.
okay, okay, no issue. Okay, so I hope that all of you have written your names in the chat box. So thank you all for joining into the session. Take care. We will meet again in the second half in the class of cryptography. Thank you all for joining into the session. Stay safe. Take care.
Thank you, sir.